On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 13th-ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Tennessee's return team didn't help matters out much there. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and 10 after the previous play. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. The run from the shotgun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Got his man all by himself. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Memphis Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the right. Can anyone catch him? And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Memphis!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Selden. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. He looks that one in nicely. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Takes the handoff. It's Selden. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's White. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. On the ground with the counter. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop. and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. The Vols moving quickly to the line. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava coming after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you've got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
They're setting up the screen, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Toss sweep to the right. Puts him in the spin cycle. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Well, they go with the toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking left. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage to get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Duke. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He leaves it with his back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Vols will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go. Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And add another one to the tally. This guy leads the nation in sacks. The nation. He's the best pass rusher. Getting to quarterbacks, making life really, really hard. That's 2 on the day. Let's see how many he gets today.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He'll pitch it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He turns that loose down the right side.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes his shot. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Fires to the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Memphis! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Baldridge. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned.
And he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on first down from the 40. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Nimrod. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nimrod. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. And they got him for the sack. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop. But man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Vols will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The toss to the outside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Toss to the outside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Release to the back. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No sir, no mas, get it together.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same.
Touchdown Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
How about that? A second receiving touchdown in the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Duke. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Volunteers want to move quickly. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss sweep to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
The Tigers get enough for the 1st down. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Might as well give it to him again.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give is to Smith. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Makes the grab on the left. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the back. Makes a grab enough for the first. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They move the tight end all over. From the shotgun, the inside give. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look. He'll toss it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to move it through the air. He makes a catch at the end zone. Touchdown ball. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Keeps looking downfield. He's right on target. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Powers forward. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava trying to get to him. And he just throws it away, and that is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another